morning, America. Today we're taking it back to
1730.
That's the wrong time frame.
Whoops, sorry folks, I'm in the 1790s. I got a little excited. Anyways, back to what I was saying. We have a few friends here that would love to talk about some of the events that occurred. First off, we have Janae Williams talking about J Street and how it impacted the Federalist movement.
I'm so glad to be here today.
Oh, and we're so glad to have you. So moving right along, can you tell us some background information about Jay's Treaty?
Of course. Jay's Treaty helped us normalize relations with Britain after the Revolutionary War. Britain was still fighting with France, and trade between U.S. and Europe was threatened. The treaty made it possible for American ships to trade with England and France, and this was very important because export was a huge part of business for us during those days. It also strengthened the Federalist Party. Unfortunately, the treaty only lasted for 10 years, and we weren't able to renew it or replace it, and eventually led to the War of 1812.
Okay, thanks for sharing with us, Janasia.
My pleasure.
Next up, we have Javel Guyana talking about the Whiskey Rebellion. Oh look, we have some whiskey right here. So would you give us some background information about the Whiskey Rebellion?
Of course. In 1791, whiskey tax was the first tax imposed on a domestic product by the federal government. It was intended to generate revenue to help reduce the national debt. Even though the tax was applied all distilled spirits, whiskey was the most popular distilled beverage at the time.
So what were some of Hamilton's views about the taxes?
Well, as we all know, Hamilton was the main man of the Federalists, and he strongly supported this. The tax was, in fact, intended to lessen financial burden. The United States suffered significant debt that occurred during the Revolutionary War.
So how did the Whiskey Rebellion come from the whiskey tax?
Well, when the news of the tax was spread to western Pennsylvania, individuals immediately voiced their displeasure, and they refused to pay the tax. Can you believe that?
No!
In addition, anti-federalists believed that this matter should be left to the states.
Great, well thank you for your time.
Of course, anything for you. Next up, we have Time Hogbook, right over here, and she'll be giving us some quick facts about the National Bank.
Well, as we all know, our great leader Hamilton wants for the national banks to provide loans and currency to our businesses, and also collect taxes, but most importantly, provide a safe place for our federal funds. In the end, I think it will help everyone, even the small and feeble banks.
Yes!
And that's all, folks.
On the segment of Blast the Past to
1730. I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? Since your pretty ass, you can make me
No, sorry.
That was not.
Oh my god, that really hurt.
They said time, and I was like,
You were like, what time?
here, and she'll give it.
Why are you?
Next up, we have.
So I'm just you got the whiskey right here.